back to the 50 Shades Blonde Show. I'm Missy Day.
And Jill Branson.
And with us this segment is Rosella McDonald from
Hello.
McDonald Bookkeeping. Welcome to the show.
Hi ladies. I finally get to meet you. I'm very excited.
We're excited too.
Yeah.
You know, I've been stalking you guys for a little bit, stalking your page.
Oh.
Oh, that makes me happy
Yeah, I
because
know, me
for
too.
years I've been like a Facebook stalker on
She's
so
a
many
stalker.
people, and now I have my very own.
And
That's
she's
awesome.
not shy. She tells everyone
Yeah, I
if
can
she's
tell.
stalking them.
And I can tell she doesn't look at the talking too.
That's her job.
So tell us about you. Tell us about how you got started.
Okay, so actually what I wanted to do with my life when I was a teenager was be in fashion design. So I was in retail for years. And then when I got pregnant and became a single mom, I thought I can't work these retail hours. So I wanted to look for something 9 to 5. And I actually got my first administrative job. But I had taken some accounting courses in high school and just in college because I thought that I should have those courses running my own business. I actually hated math, so I took like biology and chemistry in place of math because I could not stand
Oh,
math.
wow.
But what ended up happening is the job that I had found had actually said that they would put me through school and reimburse me if I stayed with them and used used my degree. And that's actually how I ended up in accounting.
Wow.
So from design to now I'm counting numbers. And I
Wow.
enjoy it. I enjoy it because I like the challenge. So I see if people grow and they excel, then I kind of get to go with them. Even if they don't take me with them as their accountant or their bookkeeper, I get to say that I was a part of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And right now, I mean,
Everybody
April
needs
15th was,
Yeah.
you know,
Everybody needs one.
everybody does need one.
But I do a
You're
lot of
right.
I try to give as much advice as I can and direction to small businesses because I don't like them to Google educate themselves and make mistakes and then they come and see me because then they're getting audited or
It's a
something.
mess, right.
So, I tell people take the opportunity and, call me. If you have questions, I'll give you cheat sheets, I can give you some direction on, how to allocate things if you need them. If you're going to buy something and you don't know how to put it in your chart of account to make sure that your tax return, your financials look good, I'll just direct you and tell you what to do. It's better than making the mistake and then later on paying a lot of money to try to
Right.
fix it.
Exactly.
So that means call me, guys.
And I'm excited about the fact that you QuickBooks, the QuickBooks
Yes,
certified.
yeah.
That
I
is
am
awesome.
certified. Actually, I have the very first disc. Now, QuickBooks doesn't do discs anymore. Everything is a
Wow.
download. 2000, I still have it. I saved it. Like, I'm not going to get any money off of it, but maybe one day somebody's going to say, it's going to be on the market and it's just going to be worth something. But it's a small little disc from QuickBooks Pro, and it's a 2000 disc, and I've had every disc up until now, everything's become electronic and downloadable. So when they came up with the Pro Advisors, because you can market yourself inside of actually all of the QuickBooks Pro Advisors all together in their site. So it actually helps bring me business, but as well as people can go there and look for actually real certified QuickBooks advisors, which is great.
Wow.
But then I also train, so I teach people to maintain their own financials. So if you can't afford a bookkeeper or a CPA, well, you always need a CPA at the end of the year for your taxes. But I'll teach you how to maintain your books throughout the year so you can do it yourself.
Because I have to tell you, I don't think QuickBooks is the easiest thing I've ever used.
I don't know, I guess to me, it is. I think when you get rolling, and then
Yeah.
it's like anything, like riding a bike. At first you get on, you
It's-
fall off, and then after a while you're doing it, and then it just becomes a natural, I guess you'd
Right.
say. So if you just have the right instruction, I think anybody could really utilize it if you just take the time to want to do it. Some people are just afraid of thinking it's accounting. No, don't think of it as accounting. Think of it as, it just looking at everything, and sometimes it's just common sense to me until you get to inventory, that type of thing, or depreciation. But everything is, if you buy it, you should kind of know what it is and what it's for. Don't lie to yourself and say it's business when it's not business. I tell people, don't lie to yourself all the time. I find so many people, I find these clients, and they'll have stuff that I know is personal, and they say, but it's business. I'm like, yoga? And they're like, well, yeah, it's business. It was a meeting. But I teach people all the time. I get a lot of requests for training and training their bookkeepers, if not training owners. But owners should always know what's going on with their financials, even if they hire a bookkeeper, so they know what their bookkeeper is doing.
Right. That's where some nasty things happen.
Yes,
when you're
yeah.
not paying
And that's where we
attention.
come in and we clean it up. That's where we make the big bucks.
Well, now, how long have you lived in Las Vegas?
You know, actually been here about 12 years. I'm actually from nowhere. I mean, like, you know, I was I mean, people
state?
ask
Never
like,
said that
where
to
are you
me.
from? But, you know, I was born in D.C. I'm a Redskins fan for life. I'm not a Cowboys fan. Sorry, people, if you like Dallas. But, and we were kind of all over California and Southern California. And have you ever heard of California City out there in the desert? There's nothing there but probably 10 people.
have.
And if you move to the big city is probably Bakersfield.
Right.
If you're out there in California City. But, and then I was all over Southern California, and then actually a job transfer brought me here, and then I decided to stay. I don't like change because I'm older. I'm an introvert. You'd be shocked, huh, as much as I'm talking, right? But I'm an introvert, and I like the desert. I like Vegas and I don't like to drive. So if it's not like 5 miles from my house, I won't even go for a job. So you know what? You guys are not even 5 miles from my house. Luckily, come over here.
That's why she's here.
Right.
Where she's here.
So, but I like Vegas because it's small, but it's like a big town, but it's small.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like you going to Cheers and everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
You're always going to run into somebody at least one time.
Right.
So I like Vegas. I want to stay. We have another house in Texas. I don't really want to go. I'm throwing a sign out there because my better half is retired and is in our Texas home, but I kind of want to stay in Vegas.
We're in Texas.
New Braunfels, Germantown. Love it there. Love it. Just don't want to move there because I'm not a Dallas fan. That's pretty much it.
So, did you say you were born in D.C.?
Yes, Washington, D.C.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that was born
me
there.
either.
Yeah. I went to visit. I wouldn't want to necessarily live there, but it's nice to visit. I don't remember a lot about it, and that's probably a good thing, so I don't really care for it, but it's great for, if you want to go on a vacation or,
Right.
Just to see the scenery. And actually, being born there and after leaving there, I went back in the year, I believe it was 2000, the first time I ever saw the White House. I mean, I ever saw anything, and everything was kind of a shock to me, because even though I was born there and all my family's there, knew nothing about it. And it's very cold there, very wet. I like I'm anemic, so I like the heat. So I couldn't live back east. But for the people who love DC, I love Redskins. I'll always be a Redskins fan for life. I always put that out there. That's why I'm wearing red. but just couldn't live there. Love Vegas though. Love Vegas. Love California. Just too expensive there.
Yeah. That's
Whereabouts from Southern
Yeah,
California?
we're in California.
Upland, Ontario.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you know what, California, I would have stayed. If it's just so expensive, it's beautiful I'd say it's for the young, because there's everything to do there. But as you get older, it's amusement parks after a while they're dull, unless you're into the nightlife and you drive into LA. Thank goodness they brought the Smith Center here though, right? Because
Right.
I love the Smith Center, so it's kind of brings some culture, I guess, to Vegas. And so now you don't have to go into California anymore and into LA. So it's really no reason to go back. Love the beaches though, because I'm a beach for, even though I don't
Right.
swim.
And
But
so
love
are
the
we. Very much so.
The beach is okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but I think I will probably retire here. I'm looking about maybe retiring in 3 years. I'm not sure how long I'll be in business. I've said to myself that I'm in business long enough to help those who want me to help them, that I feel that I can help them, because my services are I'd say are different than any other person, because I specialize in whatever the customer needs. So instead of you taking over all of their financials, let's just say, well, I just need help with collection. We'll help them with collection. Maybe taught them how to maintain their books throughout the month, but they don't know how to balance. And so they go, well, for balancing at the end of the month, get the P&L report, their balance sheet, balance their banks and credit cards, that type of thing. So we'll just do that for them. Maybe it's just the AP they need, or maybe it's just at the end of the year they need us to prepare their books to give to the CPA.
Right.
So it's kind of like we break it up into whatever their need is, and if we find that we can be cost effective by teaching them something and say, what are you willing to learn to save yourself money? And then we'll teach them along the way, so at some point in time they can do it by themselves. Does that make sense? sense? So we would love to do it all the time, but if we are maintaining your books for at least more than 3 years, that means you're really not trying to grow, because we shouldn't be
Right.
with you for after 3 years. You should be kind of now venturing on your own. You should either have a full-time bookkeeper or you should be able to do it yourself at some
Right.
point in time. So when we bring you on, we are trying to help you and train you at the same time. Some people are very resistant on it. I don't know why, but we try to kind of force it on them sometimes. Just sit and watch, and see if they'll grasp it, and slowly they start catching on and seeing things that they should be looking for.
Awesome.
All right.
So if people want to get connected with you, how can they reach you?
Well, you can find me at mcdonald-bookkeeping.com. I'm on all the social pages, or you can go right to my website, mcdonald-bookkeeping.com. Everything is there. I have a app that will actually even give you a breakdown of every tax deduction you need to take if you don't know what it is. And also, it'll give you a side-by-side view of your 2017 and 2018 tax implications, how it affects you, whether you're a company or an individual. It'll tell by your earnings rate, if you have dependents, if you don't have dependents. So it's very useful. I give a lot of information in my site, videos, what you need if you are going to start a business, all the licenses you will need, the applications you will need. Even if you don't know what they are, I'll get them for you, and just email me. I'll get whatever you need to help you out.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for being on the show
Yeah,
today. We
thanks.
appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Came
Yeah, I
on.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you for watching our show today, and we will see you next month.